Hi everyone, it's Bonnie with a B, back with another thrift haul video, and my partners Hector and Sugar. Welcome back. If you watched my first video, I appreciate you coming back to visit with me. And if it's your first visit, thank you for tuning in. I hope that if you like the video and you find it informative or interesting or fun, that you will hit the like, the thumbs up button, and possibly consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. Last week, my sister and I visited 3 venues. We went to a Hospice Thrift store, we went to a VFW rummage sale, and a Goodwill store. So let me share with you what I found. First off, the Hospice gift store is really kind of an expensive place. It's not the same kind of pricing you would find at Goodwill or a Salvation Army or something like that. The items that are donated are pretty upscale furniture, jewelry, collectibles, antiques, those kinds of things, china, crystal. Once in a while you will find odd items, and that's what I go looking for, and I have scored some lovely things there. This day I ended up with this group of mats. Some of them are from Target, as you can see, and I got these because my husband and I do drawing and some painting, and I do paper crafting. So the larger ones I can use in frames, and these smaller ones will be great in paper crafting if I'm making a vintage look journal or a card even that I can use them on. I got a whole group for $3. The thing with this Hospice thrift store is that every day they have something that's half price. So one day it might be books, another day it might be kitchenware, but the last Thursday of every month, everything in the store is 50% off. And let me tell you, you cannot find a parking space. It is jamming. But we decided to take our chances. It was the last Thursday of the month last week. So these were $3 for the whole group. This little plate I got for $2. And I just love it. I believe it is Venice, because I think that is, or Florence rather, I'm sorry, because I believe that is the Duomo. And I'm going to look and find out for sure. But I just loved the drawing on it. And I really like these little square plates. And I pick them up frequently when I find them inexpensively, because they generally have really pretty scenes or artwork on them. But I love them for the size of them. They're great for a couple cookies or some cheese and crackers for one with a glass of wine. And I love using them also for spoon rests. So I did get this one for $2. I picked up this crochet placemat. It's not hand crocheted, but the reason that I purchased it, it was $1.50, is it's a perfect size for some of my trays and also for draping in a basket or something for just a look. So I did pick that up. I also got these cocktail napkins, which were $2.50, a set of 4. I thought they were so cute. They were very thick, nice quality linen fabric with a rickrack trim, and each one has a different color and different color popsicle, and I just thought they were so cute. I don't use cloth napkins every day, but when we have guests, I like to use them because I just like my guests to feel like I made an effort for them and made things nice. Also, these would be great, you know, giving someone with a glass of iced tea or lemonade. I just thought they were really cute, so I did pick those up. This item I did not get at any of the places that I mentioned, but our neighbors down the street were moving and had a garage sale. My sister and I went down on the last day, and I picked up several things from them, a couple plates with bird pictures on them, and a few different things. I love birds, and that's one of the reasons this captivated me. I knew by looking at it immediately that it was Victorian. I just recognized the style. I wasn't sure exactly the purpose of it. At first I thought a jam jar, but there are these little tongs on it, so I knew then it wasn't a jam jar. The little bird on the top of the lid, I just loved, and he has a little bit of damage on one of his wings, but that's okay. He's very, very old. You find these frequently online, but it'll be missing parts. You might find the holder, and not the glass. Usually the glass is broken throughout the years. You might find the tongs separately. So I was very happy to find this all in one piece. I'm not sure that's the original lid. The reason I'm wondering is that the patina on the rest of it is a little tarnished, if you will, and the top is not. So I'm not sure that that is the original jar and lid, but it certainly fits in there beautifully, as though it were made for it and was the original. It also has a bird motif on that little hook. I don't know if you can see the bird's beak and eye there. I'll try and point to it. There's the beak, the little eye. And then also the tongs have a bird claw motif, which is kind of odd, but it's in keeping with it. But it's a lovely little piece. And when I got home, I looked it up, and it turns out that it is a pickle caster. At the turn of the century, during the Victorian era, they didn't go to the store and buy a jar of pickles. They made them in the cellar in crocks, and this was the way finer homes served them at the table. So I just fell in love with that little piece. At the Goodwill store, I found this piece. Oh, and that caster was $5 that I paid for that. This piece, a long velvet ribbon with these little adorable little blue and white plates. They're very small, as you can see by my hand. This is like, it's plastic. It reminds me of the old cafe curtain rings. So I don't know about that. I don't think that I will keep these on this ribbon. They are from Denmark. They're marked 2010. They're not old, but I really liked them. I thought they were sweet. This one says Rosenborg Slot. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This one says Frederiksborg Slot. And I looked it up and found out that Slot is palace. So it's the Palace of Rosenborg, the Palace of Frederiksborg. And this is just a street scene. There's nothing listed on the back. And this one is a famous church in Denmark. I won't even try to pronounce it, but kirke means church in Danish. I think what I'll wind up doing is possibly framing these. Blue and white is so popular right now. I may frame them. I may not keep them. I may put them at our community sale in May. But the whole ribbon with the 4 little plates was $1, so I couldn't leave it on the shelf. Next at Goodwill, I was strolling around and I came by these glasses. My husband and I had glasses very similar to this when we were first married, but they didn't have the colors at the bottom. And over the years, you know, they get broken, they get ruined, and so I was attracted to these. Now, if you're looking for anything like this, they're called fish bowls. A friend of mine has some on her eBay store, and her eBay store is ILAW, ILAW, all in small letters, -93. That's ILAW 93. And I think that you would find some very interesting things on her eBay store. Really nice. She also has YouTube videos under Reloved Finds. And her videos are wonderful because what she does is shows the items that she found, the price that she paid for them, and the price that she listed them at and sold them at. It's a fascinating way to learn what is out there and the value of things. So when you're out thrifting, you may come across something like it, and then you know. It's just a great video that she does. So I hope that you'll tune in. That's Reloved Finds. These particular ones I saw had the colors on the bottom. I moved some things out of the way and discovered there was a set of 6. Now you'll notice I only have 4 on the table, and that's because 2 of them were an oops, and I will show you those in an upcoming video called Bloopers, because I've made a few bloopers as I'm thrifting. We all do it, but I've had some classic ones that are really kind of funny. I turned these over to find that they were $1 each, and they were engraved on the bottom, or etched on the bottom, Fiesta. So they're made by the people that make that beautiful, colorful dinnerware, Fiesta ware. that everyone collects, and each one's a different color. I snatched them up and put them in the cart. I was very happy to find them. Then I found this beauty. It is solid brass. It weighs 1.5 tons. It was $4, and I plan to use it as a focal point for a centerpiece. I think at Christmas time with greens around the bottom and perhaps a candle on the top. I believe it had a chimney, like a hurricane lamp, and that the glass went between these prongs and the top, and the point there to put a candle. But I discovered as I was looking closely at it that this comes loose, and I probably won't get it off in time for you to see, but yep, there we go. The top comes off, so you don't have to have the hurricane or the candle. You can just put whatever you'd like in that top piece. So I was really, really excited with that. And let me tell you, it weighs 1 ton, if I didn't already say it. It is really, really heavy. I considered this a fabulous find for only $4. And I think you can use it for many seasons. I could picture that on a spring table with flowers around the bottom. I just think it's a really pretty piece. Then I found a 50-cent spider web, and it's the kind that goes over your shrubs outside for Halloween. It stretches to huge 130 square feet. I may do that, or I may cut some of it and use it on our mantle inside when I do the decorating for Halloween, which I plan to share with you. This is just a piece of cherry wood. I have not cleaned any of these things, just FYI. They are what they are. I need to polish it up and clean it up. I think these white marks are wax. I'll find out. And it was apparently a base for maybe a figurine or something. It was $2 because you can see the little felt feet on it. I may keep it as it is color-wise, or I may paint it, depending on what I'm able to get off of the finish. I will use it as a riser. I plan to put little feet on the bottom so that it's raised up off of the table, and I can set different items on it. They say, and I think it's true, sometimes when you're putting a collection of things on a table, you want to set some up higher than others. And also, when you elevate something, it kind of gives it a point of status, if you will, makes it more special. The last thing that I got at the Goodwill store was the find of the day for me. Let me move this brass candlestick back so it's not reflecting in this picture. I found the photograph of this young man, and he's just so precious, isn't he? In his little white pleated shorts and his knee socks and his collar coming out of his sweater, and his smile's just so sweet. I fell in love with him, really, but I didn't buy the picture for the little boy, even though I had fallen in love with him. I bought it for the frame, and not because the frame is ornate or particularly special, although it is in beautiful condition. As you can see, it's not chipped or cracked, which is a miracle. And it was $5. You can see on the back, it was $5. And I bought it for the frame because when my father passed away, my mom hung an old portrait of he and my Uncle Gene that was taken when they were very, very little. And it was in a very ornate frame that was actually cast plaster. And it was chipped. My mom at one point spray painted it silver, and it was hanging in the hallway, and somehow it fell and it broke. So when my sister came to live with my husband and I, she brought the picture with her. And this is the picture. That's my daddy right here. And this is my Uncle Gene, his brother, one of his brothers. And I know exactly when this photo was taken. It was taken in 1933 because my dad was born in 33. And as you can see, he's just a baby here. So in those days, when they took photographs, they did not have colorization. They hand tinted the photos. So someone actually sat and hand tinted. You can tell the difference in the quality between this one and this one in the hand tinting. The color on this one is superb, and I'm sure it was a much more expensive photo than this one. To be honest with you, I don't know how my grandparents even afforded this picture, but I know that at that time, photographers traveled through town and kind of pitched a sale to have a portrait taken of your children. And my grandma and grandpa obviously decided to do that, but they were not wealthy by any means. My dad's father was a coal miner. This was taken in a little town named Seawrights, which is outside of Uniontown, Pennsylvania. And then when my dad was a little older, they moved the family to Cleveland, Ohio, where my grandfather got a job in the steel mills. But this is the magic. I saw this frame and I thought, gosh, I wonder if that picture would fit in this frame. And watch this. Voila. There's the picture. There's the frame. I don't think it can get any better than that. I may have to trim it a little bit, but once I clean the frame and the glass and put their photo in it, I will share it with you. But I just was so excited to find this. I have to tell you that it makes me a little sad sometimes to find pictures like this at Goodwill or Salvation Army, because this was someone's child and they obviously lovingly had this portrait made of him and it hung in their home, I'm sure. And it's maybe somebody's dad, uncle, grandfather. How does it wind up in Goodwill instead of on someone's wall as a treasured keepsake? And of course, there are many circumstances that would put it there, but it does make me a little wistful when I see something like that. Then we went to a VFW fundraiser rummage sale, and it was very unusual. I've never been to anything like that because it was by donation. So you picked up what you wanted and you made a donation at the door on your way out. I picked up this beautiful wrought iron piece. Again, very heavy. I love the detail, the rope detail on it. It's large, and I think it could hold a couple pots of flowers. I think I mentioned at our May sale, community sale, I intend to offer some plants and planters. They seem to move really well last year. It's that time of year when people are starting to think about doing their yards and patios, and so they're in that frame of mind, and I picked that up for that purpose. Also picked up this basket. It's a beautiful twig basket. It's very well made. It's sturdy. The handle's gorgeous. Again, I may keep this. I may put a plant in it. I'm not sure. Then I got this gorgeous little straw hat. It's small. It would be for a very petite lady or even a young girl. And I got it to hang on a hook or put up on a stack of books at the entry so it looked like someone came in and took the hat off and laid it down there. I also got this, what they call a counter saver. It's a small one, but I thought it was so beautiful. It's got a shimmery gold background, beautiful colors, and I love the graphics with the words and things on it. Then they had a separate section. Oh, I also got a small puzzle for my husband who likes to build jigsaw puzzles. So for that group of things that I just showed you, this basket, the hat, and this, I donated $21. I thought that was fair. Was it Goodwill pricing? No, but it was for a good cause. It was for the VFW. And we support our veterans. My husband's dad was a World War II veteran, a decorated veteran. My dad was in Korea. We have a dear friend whose father was a POW in World War II. And a lot of my husband's friends were in Vietnam. Some neighbors and relatives did not return. And especially in recent days, with the ending of the war in Afghanistan, our troops, whether you agree with what happened or not, our troops deserve our respect and our support. And we certainly believe in supporting our veterans. The other part of the sale featured a special section for a veteran from that post who is struggling with Parkinson's disease. His mother was a model, so she donated costume jewelry and hats and gloves and scarves and many, many beautiful things to help raise money for her son, which I thought was very sweet. I bought this hat. This is a Scala hat. They're very, very nice hats. And you find them at a lot of the high-end resorts. The little thing flipped over here. Let me fix it so you can see the name. And this one, the reason that they're a little more expensive is because the fabric is sun resistant. So you're not even going to get sun through this. It's very well made. And this one has a brim, little bow in the back. So it's sort of like a cross between a cap and a visor. And I saw this little zipper, as you can see there. And I thought, oh, that's great. You could put some money or a key up in there while you're walking. But that's not what it is. You can actually zip the top off and wear just the visor, or put the top back on and wear it as a cap. So I really, really am happy to add that to my hat collection. I got this long string of pearls. They're very lightweight. And the reason I got them was because I could put them in a bowl or drape them over something when I'm doing a vignette. And then I found this beautiful Monet pin. I love it. I love the rope detail. It's in beautiful condition. And I just love pins. I know right now they're not in vogue. I hope they come back. In the 80s, they were very popular. I think they're gorgeous on a sweater or scarf. I still will pin a nice pin on my winter coat to dress it up. And I thought this one was lovely. So that's it. That's everything that we purchased. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this video. And again, if you did, please give us a thumbs up. We're hoping to come back with some videos, including my sister. We're going to do bloopers, things to watch out for, how we prepare for thrifting, things that we take with us, and a lot of other things. I am still learning the software for filming and editing. This is unedited, so I apologize for anything that doesn't seem right, but I'm doing my best. I'm learning, and hopefully the videos will get more sophisticated as time goes by. So again, thanks for spending time with me. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a great week.